God's grace. It's a topic that has filled the hearts of believers with wonder and gratitude for centuries, and it's a message that we can never hear enough. You see, God's grace is something truly remarkable. It is the unmerited, undeserved, and unconditional love that our Heavenly Father pours out upon us. It's a love that we can never earn, no matter how hard we try. It's a love that's given freely, simply because God is love, and it's His very nature to extend grace to His children. The Apostle Paul wrote in Ephesians 2 verse 8-9, "For by grace you have been saved through faith. And this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not a result of works, so that no one may boast." This, my dear friends, is the heart of the gospel. We are saved by grace through faith in Jesus Christ, not by our own efforts or good deeds. Think about it for a moment. If we had to earn our salvation, none of us would stand a chance. We all fall short of God's perfect standard. But thanks be to God, His grace is greater than our shortcomings. It is His grace that bridges the gap between our sinfulness and His holiness. God's grace is like a lifeline thrown to a drowning man. It's like a light in the darkness, a way out of the depths of our own sin and brokenness. No matter what you've done or where you've been, God's grace is sufficient to cover it all. But here's the beautiful thing about God's grace. It doesn't stop at forgiveness. It transforms us from the inside out. When we experience the fullness of God's grace, it changes our hearts, our minds, and our lives. It empowers us to live in a way that honors God and blesses others. In 2 Corinthians 12:9, the Lord said to the Apostle Paul, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." This reminds us that even in our weaknesses and struggles, God's grace is there to sustain us, to lift us up, and to help us persevere. So, my friends, let us never take God's grace for granted. It's a precious gift, freely given to all who believe in Jesus Christ. And as we receive this grace, let us also extend it to others.